Because I've talked with the parents, and I guarantee you they don't know that.
Well, and I don't know how well it's been advertised, or even if the program may be over by now. I don't know. It was a certain number of years. But if we want our children to succeed, and I live with a school teacher, she teaches middle school, and if she sends homework home, or if she's working online with somebody to do their homework, if they don't have that broadband access, they're at a disadvantage.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're going to be the ones that we're going to be wondering how we're going to deal with them later on when they can't get the job.
Not qualified. I turned my my 9-year-old, I turned her on to Duolingo. I said, you got an hour a week to take German classes where, my family's all from Germany. And I said, Khan Academy, Khan, like Khan, from Star Trek. Sorry for that one. I had to enunciate, thank you.
Hit the bell.
But they have computer science classes for like elementary school kids. So I'm like, 1 hour a week, I want you to take this computer science class, or pick another one that you like, that interests you. But that stuff doesn't exist. And can you imagine if you don't have access to that, at what a disadvantage you are if you're coming out of, going into high school and you don't have that background.
Hey, I predict 6 months before Bob calls me, Gretchen hacked me out of everything.
No.
That's right, yes. Think about smartphone.
Hey,
class.
honey, can I get my Wi-Fi password?
Yeah. Think about smartphone class, though. Smartphones and tablets are outselling PCs by a large margin now, and we just took our oakgov.com and made it all mobile capable. We didn't do some of the design. We didn't do that. That design where when you squish it, it's
responsive.
Responsive. What we did is we did templates, and then we use a device atlas that knows the device coming in and repositions everything. And we think mobile first. Kids now. My son had to do a Gmail account for his school a couple of years ago, and he was struggling. And I'm sitting there going, "Hey, dude, you're my son. You have to be able to set up a Gmail account." He goes, "Dad, we don't email anybody."
Yeah,
the only reason we're doing this is because school.
Yeah,
we
millennials
text each
don't.
other.
So millennials don't email; they text. Twitter and texting.
So they get passwords for their apps. That's all they. That's really all they need.
Yeah, they need an iTunes account, right? Or whatever they're doing. That's all they need.
Right.
Yeah, that's a different. That's
my
shift.
2-year-old taught my wife how to use her iPad.
Hey, great video on YouTube, and I teach a leadership course for government. And I put in there a whole bit on communications.
Right.
And how communications is the elephant in the room, because communications happen so fast. But there's a generational issue with communications. There's a video out there, and it's a baby. And what they show the baby using the iPad, then they put a magazine in front of the baby. And the baby looks at the pictures, and it's trying to resize the pictures with their fingers.
Yeah.
That's the next generation of consumer.
There's a thing on Amazon, Phil. I got a newborn, and it's a baby potty with an iPad holder, so the kid can sit on the toilet.
Oh, that's too much. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, because the product reviews were like, "Yeah, this seemed like a great idea until my iPad wound up covered with crap."
You didn't really think that went through there, Skippy, did you?
Yeah, Clorox wipes for everyone.
It's funny. Right. I was in Chicago last week. I had a great conversation with one of the reps. He's working with the Aurora School District, biggest district in Illinois, 40,000 kids. They're doing a BYOD initiative. And he goes, what the government doesn't realize, and what the school administrators don't realize, 3 devices a kid, pretty much, because they want their phone on, they want their tablet on, and they need a PC. He goes, right then you got 120,000 devices plus peripherals, because that's bigger than any corporation in the state of Illinois, and they don't even realize that. So the whole BYOD thing, it changes kind of everything. And how are you guys tackling that, or what?
Yeah, we are, and
it's a nightmare.
A couple of years ago, as people were getting tablets at Christmas, they'd walk in and say, "I want to use my email."
Make it work.
Right.
Yeah, make it work.
The Sergio model.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I did is I'm an early adopter, so I went out and bought an iPad when they first came out, and I said, "Okay, IT staff, make my email work."
Yeah, exactly.
And they said, "Well, we can't do that because we're going to open a hole." And blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I said, "No, you don't get it. There's going to be thousands of these walking in the door, and they're going to do it themselves."
I'm sorry. Did I phrase that as a question? I didn't really.
Sorry. What were they thinking? But the BYOD piece is very important. Now, the problem you have with government is what they're going to use them for, and what control we have over them. So we're looking at sandboxing and MDM type systems to go ahead and be able to manage them properly. But we have our own that we've delegated out as well. So we have mobile workers, and I want them to use tablets. I want people to use social media. I want them to use tablets. I want them to use smartphones, because we're going to have to be connected to our citizenry, and that's how they're doing business with us.
And they have to be secure. So it's a big thing to tackle.
Especially when you're talking government information.
You bet.
So we're coming up on the 10 o'clock break.
Oh my God, we are.
Yeah, we are.
I was just about to mention that. We're
gonna
fly
come
by
back
very fast.
We're gonna come back with Phil and ramble a little bit more. This is the IT and the D Show.
We'll be right back.
No, forget the glass, Woodhouse. Just give me the pitcher. For I am a sinner in the hands of an angry God. Bloody Mary, full of vodka, blessed are you among cocktails. Pray for me now, and at the hour of my death, which I hope is soon. Amen.
This is the IT in the D, only on RawRadioX.com.
Yo, what's up to Ralph T and Johnny G? Yeah, and I can't forget about my boy B Brown and the whole Indie crew.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Anyone besides the four of us know what movie that is? I highly doubt it.
If anyone out there has not seen, wow, I just completely break The Last Dragon.
Yeah, thanks for
rent
playing,
it.
Dave.
Go watch it. Go do it now.
You should
Move your
you should-
pizza to Daddy.
Direct to your pizza, to
Direct
Daddy
to your
Green's
pizza.
Pizza. So, hey, to cover some business, because we were actually just talking about it. So, our phone number again is 313-462-0107. Twitter is at IT in the D. Facebook is facebook.com/IT in the D. And we do have our Support the Troops event and our casual networking event
We
this
forgot
Thursday
to
night.
Yeah, we forgot to talk about that.
did.
It's coming up in like 4 days.
Yeah, it is Thursday night at Rochester Mills in Rochester Hills.
Say that 10 times fast.
Rochester Mills in Rochester Hills. Rochester Mills in Rochester
Not
Hills.
literally.
So,
Stop talking.
but no, so I mean, it's going to be a great event. We got word that the Shifting Gears class that we just most recently spoke at is
No,
going to
we
be
got a
coming out.
bigger word.
And, well, build up, Bob. You're in sales.
Wait for it.
They're having their graduation ceremony that same day at 3 o'clock over
Correct.
at OU.
Wait for it.
And their keynote speaker is Major General Robert Smith. No relation to the Cure.
Bob was like jumping at the bit for that.
And apparently he is going to stop by, wants to see what we have going on, and just wanted to, give us a heads up and a thank you for the stuff that we've been doing for.
Well, Dave's freaking out, calling me, going, "How do we address him? He's
How
a
does
major
one
general."
address a major general?
So, ironically,
by saying Major General.
no, I have a buddy who's a major in the Air Force in Denver. So I text him. I go, "Yeah, we have kind of like a major general coming to our event. What do we do?" And he goes, "Retired or?" I go, I Google him. He goes, "Oh no, he's retired." He goes, "Don't worry about it. Just shake his hand." I'm like, "All right, fine. We're good. We're good."
You can do a full metal jacket,
Exactly.
Don't call me sir. I work for a living.
Right, yeah. Scotch, cigar, we're good. So, yeah, that is Thursday night. It's out at Rochester Mills in Rochester Hills. We'll be starting at 5 o'clock, just like always.
Last year we raised about $3-4 grand.
Yep.
All the money and all the gifts and all the stuff we boxed up and we sent to Michigan-based troops in Afghanistan.
Well, or overseas in general.
Overseas, yeah.
Not necessarily just Afghanistan.
But no, so, I mean, it's worked out really well, and actually, for what it's worth, I know for a fact he's not listening because of the shitstorm that's erupted over in Africa here in the last 24
what is
hours.
going on with that continent for crying out loud?
The backstory here is it's one of the recruiters in our group that kind of got us engaged with the troops overseas. He actually just recently got reactivated, and he's deployed over in Ethiopia.
He watched the towers fall and joined the Navy.
Yeah, literally, he watched the planes fly into the building. He was an IT recruiter, watched the planes fly into the building, fly into the buildings, walked downstairs and enlisted in the Navy. And went overseas for 8 years, came back, became an IT recruiter again. We had a whole debacle with Toys for Tots, and he heard us complaining about it and just said, "Hey, look, I know guys that are still boots on ground overseas. What about them?" And we were like, "Yeah, we're all in. Let's do that."
Yeah.
So yeah, he's deployed. So he's not going to be at the event on Thursday night. And actually, he was going to be calling in here tonight just to kind of chat about just the whole thing that we've done over the course of the past few years and everything. But he can't because apparently the Central African Republic exploded or something. I mean, just riots and chaos and mayhem.
He's like in Ethiopia battling pirates.
That's why he was sent over there. But now he's in the middle of the continent.
Well, no, originally he was going to be in Somalia dealing with the whole pirate issue, and then he got attached to the embassy in Ethiopia.
Right.
And so literally, I mean, everybody who's active over there basically just got swatted up and picked up and dropped into the situation. So
What status does he have again? I was
diplomatic immunity.
the Cannonball Run thing. I was thinking, that's all I think about.
Diplomatic
It's
immunity.
a Jamie Farr orangutan driving the limo. Yeah, we know. Yeah.
Is that how he got hooked
You
up?
could not even give me a parking ticket.
You said something about like we're gonna get some major award for
Well, not
GLA.
a major award, but it was a note. It was the ambassador. So he's attached to the embassy over there, and I guess the ambassador has taken an interest in what we have going on because part of the one of the groups of people that's going to get the stuff we're sending over are the Marines that are attached to
Maybe it's
the
a
embassy
bowling
over there.
alley.
Right? So yeah, I mean it's
Stop
just
talking.
it's crazy. It's gotten very surreal. So there will be folks in uniform at our event. We do have a whole set of frequently asked questions out there on our site. For the love of God, please go read them.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
because we've done our best.
Don't wrap anything in Christmas wrapping paper.
Yeah,
please.
exactly. Things
It's
can't be
just not
wrapped.
going to happen.
Don't just bring random stuff. There's a
Right.
list of things out there that people actually want, need, can make use of, and by all means donate cash.
Socks.
Yeah. So I mean,
Baby wipes.
it is a really cool thing that
Baby wipes.
Yeah, it is a really cool
Yes.
thing that we've done for the past few years, and it's just awesome. I mean,
Phil, just so we talked about it last week, but if you ever want to have some fun, we talked about YouTube tonight. Look at Dave Phillips get slapped by Navy chick.
I heard you guys talking about it when I was listening to the show, and I was trying to put two to two together, but I wasn't making it.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, because we raised like $400 or $500. Everyone throwing 20s in if they were
Right.
slapped by the girl. So, that all went to the cause. So this year, who knows what's going to happen?
Let's say, yeah, because you're actually coming back from a trip to go ahead and
See, Phil,
and
this
be
is
there.
how dedicated I am. I had a business trip in Cincinnati, and I had to go to Louisville the next day, Friday. I am going to the event Thursday night, then driving to Louisville at like 5 in the morning. That's how dedicated I am.
That's
Well
because
done.
Dave and I
Well
gave
done.
him a lot of the business.
I would
because
hear
he was,
it.
He was going to miss
Yeah.
it.
I would hear garbage for the next.
That's right. The
4
one
months.
event that he's supposed to be at
I would just
all
have
year.
a little Navy girl
No,
show
no,
up
wait a
at the
minute,
next
wait a minute.
wrestling event to slap you.
Guys, time out. You've been talking about drones for 2 shows, right?
Oh yeah.
So couldn't we have a video screen carried by a drone come in?
Well, that's the
and
one
bring
time
them to
we've
the
actually
event?
been on camera is Bob actually saying, "Hey, we're on TV."
Yeah, no. So, we kind of told the story, during the break about how, one of the packages that we sent over with the T-shirts that had DetroitNet.org on them got blown up by an IED, and so that we were mad, and so we really tried to figure out how we could get our logo on a drone, and apparently that's harder than you would think.
Yeah. I'm thinking
If anyone can make that happen, Russ could make that happen.
So yeah, Thursday
You're talking
night.
like the Amazon drone or like the one that kills people? drone?
I
No,
wanted
the one that's actually owned by the Air Force,
yeah,
not Amazon.
I wanted our logo on one of those
Bob,
drones
if the
flying
Amazon
overhead.
drones actually kill people, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
It's coming. Wait for it.
We're not in Terminator 2 territory
So
just
yeah,
yet.
December
Yes.
December
Thursday.
12th,
Thursday
Thursday. 5 o'clock, Rochester Mills. They have great beer. They actually have really good food there.
Yes, they do.
Their
Yep.
brewer's bread is
We'll be in the central
unbelievable.
area yet again, where
Yep.
all the pool tables are,
yeah.
so you can hang out, shoot some pool, chill.
Look for the guys in the military.
Yeah, look for the guys in uniform and the big box of stuff.
Yeah.
That'll be us. Yep.
That's how you find us.
And we can actually, you open up a thing to donate online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, if you can't make it or if you just want to do it, and we actually did have somebody donate already. If you
That
want
was
to just,
fantastic, by
Yep,
the way.
100% of the proceeds will go directly to the military. This is not a
Yeah, we don't
Yeah,
get-
for what it's worth.
Yeah, by the way,
if
we
you
don't
even have that question in your head, please show up just so I can slap you and help raise money.
we do not get a dime of any of this.
Nope, we're
Nor
not.
do we want.
We're not that smart.
So, are you going to have where people could pay money to get slapped by the woman from the Navy?
I was actually thinking about doing
It's gonna be Bob.
a 3-way vote,
Wait.
and whichever one of us raised
the bell.
Hit the bell.
Hit the bell.
And whichever one of us whoever wound up getting the most money raised for them would get slapped.
Instead of a kissing booth, have a slapping booth.
Oh. Well, it all depends. It all depends on which military shows up.
Actually, you know what I did? I bought it at the Hofbrauhaus in Chicago. It's it's supposed to be for shots. It's a paddle, but it's really for
Thank you,
smacking.
sir. May I have another?
It's actually for that, yeah. Because I thought, oh, cool, a shot pedal. And then they're having guys come up on the bar and just getting whacked with this thing. I'm like, oh, it's brilliant.
And welcome to Bob's Christmas Party 2015.
2015, yeah, this one was canceled.
Right. All right, so Phil, I do want to dive back in, and I know we kind of sidetracked a little bit. So let's
a little.
Well, yeah. So let's hop back a little bit to the whole G2G thing, because I mean you were just getting started to talk about that, and then we sidetracked you. So the whole smaller municipalities. I mean, are you getting a good adoption rate with that? I mean, how is that going so far?
Yeah, we have over 50 governmental entities using it that are here in Southeast Michigan.
Well, and it looked like it was everything from so shared services, meaning your mainframe. Some of the other web apps that you have out there, you're doing website design for people and hosting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so
how's that happening?
The main products, it's been interesting because, with oakgov.com, we had 25,000 pages of content, and we have 107